to your inner demons inside to say, this is too tough, I can't do this. Or you follow through and carry it out. I've followed that mantra my whole life in every aspect of my life, no matter what I encounter, whether it be business, whether it be educational, I follow that. Not just from a strength perspective, from a medical perspective. There's nothing that I cannot accomplish if I put my mind to it and I persevere. And if I can't approach something that way, I'll find an alternate solution to accomplish my goal. I've tried to instill that in my sons and the people I work with. That your mind is limitless. You're only bound by your imagination and what you put on your imagination and what you want to achieve. I'm a living example of that. From a very young age of being dyslexic, being told I would never be a doctor. But I didn't let those obstacles stop me. I overcame those life's obstacles. And that was just through pure ingenuity, being devoted to myself. No one sets the bar higher for me than me. No one should ever set the bar higher for you than yourself. Take control of your life, like I did with my weight. Take control of your life with what you want out of life. It's there for you to grab. You hear about governmental issues. You hear about, I can't because I don't have the money. I can't because I'm too heavy. I can't because I'm too small. Some of the most influential people I've ever seen are people who have disabilities, who've overcome those disabilities. Overcoming dyslexia, overcoming obesity were my challenges. Identify what your challenges are and face them head on. But you have to agree that those are your challenges. Once you look at that and realize those are your challenges, then plot a course to overcome those challenges. And don't ever give up. Ever. Don't ever back up or give up. Forge ahead. You can do it. This is Dr. Michael Gallager. Some of the other areas of my life that I've taken into, I've always been one that wants to try new endeavors and new things. It broadens your horizons. It completes you, as they say. I've done theater. I've done stand-up comedy. One of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. To get up in front of an audience and make them laugh, and sometimes not make them laugh, is exceptionally challenging. And if you can do that, kudos to you. I have a passion about cooking. That's my creativity. It expresses who I am. As I've previously said, I've embarked on a journey to lose weight. I've lost 250 pounds through bariatric surgery. I've changed my life and my affliction with food. However, cooking still brings out creativity in me. It uses my left brain. And it fulfills that passion in me to be able to do. I look at things now. Walks on beaches. I smell the ocean more than I ever have before. Another area that I love to do is gardening now. Giving back to the earth. The earth is so abundant and so beautiful. And it harmonizes with you when you harmonize with it. So when you're good to it and you grow vegetables that help other people and benefit other people, I do. Here's a beautiful story that just happened to me recently. A little 12-year-old girl, her name is Zumaya, from India, lives in the same neighborhood as me. She was noticing my tomato plants and basil plants, and I grow different types of basil. Thai basil, regular basil, heirloom tomatoes, patio tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And I says, are you interested in planting? And she goes, no, I'm just looking at the beauty of your plants, how pretty they are, and your flowers. I asked her, I says, have you ever picked a tomato? Or do you know the difference between the different basils? And she looked at me with that stunned look. No, I haven't. I says, well, how would you like to pick a tomato? And she did. And then I told her, I ripped some basil for her, the Thai basil. I had her crush it in her fingers and smell it. And the regular basil. And both had their own pungent, beautiful smells. She goes, this is very nice. I gave her a bag full of tomatoes and basil. She thanked me. The beauty of Zumaya was, 12-year-old girl sent me a beautiful card 3 days later in crayon about how great the tomatoes and basil were and what a great teacher I was to teach her. And she wants to know if she can go to the apartment complex we live in and ask if they could donate a plot of land and have a faith garden to be able to build this. And I said, Zumaya, I would be happy to champion that endeavor with you and see if they'll do this. And we can make a beautiful garden for all to enjoy, no cost to anybody, and see if we can get the apartment complex to clear the ground and cultivate the ground for us. And we can plant our own, and the people in the community can care for it and reap its rewards. She's been so excited. Today is September 6th, and she started school last week, and she told her teacher about it. And the teacher wants a full report that she wants to follow in her class. That's about giving back to the community, and that's about giving back to the earth. And all just because I just wanted to plant a tomato plant, it's because I just wanted to learn to do it. And now it's contagious. Don't give up on your dreams ever. Michael Gallager. In talking about gardening with Zumaya and building this faith garden that we had talked about just from a tomato plant at the complex that we live in, really helps to broaden our horizons as to what we can give back. Nowadays, everything is about organic farming and going from fresh grown to table. It's healthy. It's needed. Shelf life of vegetables and fruits take a long time. We don't know the quality of them. So for our own health, it benefits to have that. My son Kevin and my son Ryan are cooks and love to cook. I've taught them from an early age to be creative, to open themselves up that way, try new things. Don't just get store-bought. Fresh farm-grown stuff right to your plate is the best. In such a way that my son Kevin, who started out in pre-med, changed his curriculum to sustainable agriculture. I think he was a little bit cautious in the beginning because me being a doctor, he thought that somehow would hurt me, or that I would not approve. However, I think the road that he's embarking in is tremendous. My son Ryan, who I'm also very proud of, who works at Best Buy, understands the benefit and value of fresh produce and gardening. He also lives with a group of people near where he works. And they were ordering out a lot. He loves to cook, and he says, you know what? Why don't you give me $40 a week, each one of you? For $120 a week, I will go buy groceries, and I will cook. And he's been doing that for the last 4 months. And not only are they reaping the rewards, but he says he noticed an improvement in their energy levels. Their skin looks better. They feel better, and they're more energetic. And more importantly, they're sleeping better. So he says, Dad, you're right. This is fantastic, rather than ordering fast food every night. So, yes, this is something we're passionate about. I'm so proud of my children for embarking on these roads and becoming very independent and really giving back to nature and reaping what nature has for them.